Yeah, so today is going to be a special. I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures. Pictures I have no access to that are online. Yeah, so today is going to be a special. I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures. Pictures I have no access to that are online. Now let's get started with the cobblestone. The virtues. Now let's get started with the cobblestone. The virtues. Now let's get started with the cobblestone. Are online. Now let's get started with the cobblestone. Yeah, so today is going to be a special. I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures. Pictures I have no access to that are online. Now let's get started with the cobblestone. The virtues of the black stone include: it was set down by Allah to this earth from paradise. It was whiter than milk, but the sins of the sons of Adam made it black. It will come forth on the day of resurrection, and will testify in favor of those who touched it in truth. The Prophet kissed it, and his ummah followed his lead in doing so. Touching it is a means of expiating sins. Now I'm going to give you some very important information today. Years ago, I had a friend by the name of Buddy Mac. I was Christian at the time, but we would travel, and I would do a lot of Christian rap shows inside of jails and even in prisons. I even done a rap at a person's grave, at a person's funeral. I rapped. I traveled often through the small towns, local. I support the local movement in music and talent and arts. And so one time we did a show at a prison, and the prison was packed, and we brought them food, gifts, snacks. So by the end of the day, I'm telling you, at least about 500 to 1,000 men shook my hand. Let me tell you how my hand felt. Getting your hand shook by almost 1,000 men, man, was painful. It was. But see, Allah was getting me prepared for the goal that He has for me. I'm a man that's for the nations. I'm a man that is international. He trains me when I walk up the steps not to stumble. I'm a man that's for the nations. Okay? Now, going back to this black stone, I'm going to break down this black stone for you, Muslims. You see, types and shadows is how you're supposed to study. Metaphors is how you're supposed to study. The Prophet Isa taught in metaphors and parables. Everything is not on the surface. You got to dig for it. So this black stone that was originally white, that came from heaven, is a picture of whoever it is that will be Al-Mahdi. Because Al-Mahdi is Almighty Father, who comes to earth because he cannot clear the guilty of the sin of putting gods before gods. This is seen in Exodus 23 and 4 and 5. So Al-Mahdi is just another one of God the Father's names. That's all it is. And a lot of the Muslims are unlearned because this revelation was only brought to me. So here we have this stone, which represents a person. Notice it will come forth on the day of resurrection. Some say Allah will bring it forth. Allah's going to resurrect this stone because this stone is a person. And this person is Lamanti. Daquan. It is I who is speaking with you right now. Now I'm going to give you a testimony and then I'm going to show you a scripture. Weeks ago, I was cutting grass doing my job. And Allah revealed to me that I was most closest to him. He let me know that we have 9 years left. And then he confirms everything he tells me when I look at these pictures. Everything he tells me is true. He told me I have 9 years left. He told me that I came from heaven. That's the reason why I remember drifting down, hearing pieces of the conversation of my mom and the doctor. He said, I've never died. I've been alive this whole time. This is the reason why I look so young at an older age, at 42. I've always looked young. Okay. He said a picture of me is seen in this Kaaba stone. That's why my name is Lamanti, Daquan Lamanti. My dad's name is Monty. My dad's name means mountain. My name means the mountain. He told me I was the real lamb. He told me I was the father of the Prophet Isa. And I have to die along with the last witness who was a female, and the Prophet Isa has to die. So a picture of me is seen in the stone that's on the corner of the Kaaba. Now keep in mind, we don't have to go to it, but in Matthew 21:42, Jesus says, the stone which the builders have rejected, the same has become the chief cornerstone, or the head cornerstone. He was talking about his father. He was talking about Al-Mahdi. You see, the Prophet Isa was a Muslim. He's talking about a stone on the corner of a Kaaba. In the Gospels, okay? Allah is my teacher. Allah is my teacher. And Allah told me I was going to help him save the world. And he said, I already did, because if I wasn't here, we would have already been in the judgment. Everybody. All right? I gave us 9 years. Little are you grateful. Little are you grateful. He said, I will be resurrected first. And he said, I will judge everybody. He said, because I'm in charge of the earth. He said, he is Lord of the worlds. I was put in charge of the earth. An analogy is seen in the story of Abraham and Lot. Here you have Abraham And here you have Lot. They both were some great men. Abraham went to one side, Lot went to one side. The side of the galaxy Lot went to got in some issues and needed help from Allah, needed help from the Abraham. And because the nephew, Lot, is kin, I'm kin. Allah rescue me. That's why we have pictures of this. Let's go to this. We'll come back to this. That's why I did a picture of this in 2012, right here. Okay? Saving only me. He rescued me and gave me 9 years. Alright? That's my story. I never knew anything about Al-Mahdi until 2024. But he's taught me more than I ever thought I would learn about Al-Mahdi. You see him saving only me? He told me I was most closest to him. You see my hand on his heart? He told me that while I was at work. Now I'm looking at the pictures and I'm like, oh wow. Alright. This album is only available to you on SoundCloud. I started taking all my stuff down because it was Christian, but it was Allah who was with me this whole time. You see what I'm saying? Notice how I look like a stone. I have diamonds on my vest because I'm a stone. See a diamond? I'm the dye. I have the dye in my loins. Okay, you see how God always allows a light to be behind my head, even in this picture. Y'all can watch those if y'all want to watch Al-Mahdi Has a Halo. But his earring behind my head is shining. Allah always does my photos like that. Just like this photo with my nephew. I'm the one that's shining. I can't even let him shine. And I have on the watch because it represents I'm the man who knows the end. And you see the stripes on the couch? Allah is very detailed. The stripes on both of the couches and the chair is because I paid the price. You see I got my hand right here? Look, I paid the price. I'm the father of the Prophet Isa. I have to go down too. Alright? And I got the wrist. See his wrist, see his wrist, see his wrist, because I have the time. And the marijuana just going into the Mary. Okay? The last witness is a Mary. Alright? And the new Israel will come out of Mexico. Allah is ahead of me. I'm trying to keep up with him. This is everything he's revealing to me. Alright, you can see I got a halo over me. I'm the only man walking around with a halo besides my son. I have a halo. Everywhere I go, I have a halo. Now look at this picture right here. This is called Concrete Congregation. This album was released in 2013. I have on a silver and black vest like a stone. That's no coincidence. Allah dresses me. Notice in this picture right here, Virtual Warfare, he has the stripes because I'm really the stunner. I'm really the 700. Okay? I'm really the Benjamin Broadway. I'm spoken of in the Book of Mormon. The Lord will minister in the tabernacle of clay. I'm really the stunner. Why? Because this man is named after the hospital I was born in. His name is 700 Broadway. I was born on 700 Broadway. His name Benjamin because I got the Benjamins coming. Alright? His name Stunner because really I'm the stunner. His name 700, really I'm the 700. I was born on 700 Broadway in Fort Wayne. I come from the fort. Why? Because I'm the comforter. I am the spit Jesus spat on the ground and mixed with the clay and healed the man's eyes with the clay. I'm holy spit. That's all I am. I came down here. Jesus spat on the ground. He rubbed it in the clay, put it on the man's eyes, and the man went seeing. That was a picture of Al-Mahdi. So we have these pictures, as you can see. this is set up like a stone. Concrete congregation was set up like a stone. Allah was always trying to show me I'm the stone. Even in this picture right here. This is a thumbnail to an interview I did years ago. I have the bars behind me. Why? Because I paid the price. I didn't even have one single tattoo in this picture. But I had the bars behind me because I paid the price. I paid the price. I have the stripes. Okay, here's another one. A man by the name of Jay-Z. All right. And we're going to talk about the Father's love. This is amazing how you're going to see how the Father's love is. Now, years ago, I was upstairs in my apartment. And I was reading the Bible. And I heard a voice said, I'll take as many people out if I have to, just to keep you alive. I'll take as many people out if I have to, I will, just to keep you alive. I would have voices come to me whenever I would see a video of this huge giant and he's friends with this little human creature. All throughout my life, I was singled out and didn't even know. Now, this man, Jay-Z, this is how much Allah loves me. Jay-Z, his whole life was to show me I'm the rock. Do you know that Moses couldn't even go into the promised land because he hit the rock twice? And Aaron? I'm most closest to Allah. This man lived his whole life to show me who I am. Same thing with Cassius Clay. Same thing with all of them. Now let's get back to the ultimate sad truth about love. I'm a man that tries my best to keep my word. I try my best to live by that. I'm not a person that loves telling false information or anything like that. I'm real. That if I wasn't here, the whole world would have went into judgment. Then I looked at this album cover. As you can see, grace is 7, 18, 1, 3, 5. That equals 34. Okay? I'm looking at this stuff after he had already told me 34 was it. Now I can believe I'm most closest to Allah because I'm grabbing the heart by my hand. And that looks just like my little hand. Okay? The VS is backwards for SV. That could be the silver, the virgins. Okay? Alright? Octane the hood apostle. That's the head apostle. We have a head apostle and we have a foot apostle. We have a king and we have a queen. Alright? We have 2 witnesses. Alright? And then you have the mallet, because the mallet is the judge. He told me I was going to judge the world. Then he reminded me of the analogy. Them yo niggas. Them yo niggas. Okay? Think about it. Your wife's parents, alright, they only like you because you with her. Okay? Alright? That's it. That's it. The moment y'all done, then y'all all done. Okay? And that's how it is with Allah. Allah's like, them your niggas, them your servants, them your people. I'm only concerned about you. So if Allah was only concerned about me, who loves you? Who loves you? Who loves you? And when I ask Allah that, and let me tell you something. When I'm outside in the trees and the birds and I'm just outside in nature, you can just hear that voice so good. So good. Oh man, it's just so good. He's like, you love them. I was like, wow. He was like, you love them. I love you. You love them. I love you. You love them. Whether you love them or not, I love you. And that type of relationship we see every day. Now look at this picture, 2012, y'all. 2012. I designed it. The scale actually looks like MAHDI in Arabic. Alright. He gave me the watch right there. 34. He only saved me. He only saved me. And little are you grateful. Little are you grateful. And I'm going to tell you something else too, for you Muslims. Y'all fail to realize that the strength of Al-Mahdi's ministry is that he knows the end. That's why it says Allah will lengthen the day for him, because he knows the end. That's how you know who is the real Mahdi. The real Al-Mahdi has the Rolex. He knows the end. Why? Because Allah lengthened the day for him. He was the only one he was concerned about. This little guy with the bony black fingers. Me. Okay? Alright? Them your niggas. Them your servants. Them your guests. Okay? I love you. I love you. I love you. Now, that's the real truth of the Father's love. And I know it makes a lot of people feel sour. Okay? I have the halo. This is the torment of saying Allah has a son. So Allah sent his son. He sent his S-U-N. I'm his S-U-N. I'm his bright one. I'm his bright one. Okay? I'm most closest to him. Alright? This earth is mine. I'm an heir of the worlds. Okay? He's showing me off. I'm Kid Ink. I'm showing people my tattoo. Okay? I'm Mr. Kid Ink. He made all of the rappers, the singers, the actors. He did this all for me. That's how much he loved me. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything. Alright? Alright? But I just want to tell you this. Where would we be if it was for you? If it was you? We would be in the judgment. We would be in the judgment. That's why in the book of Revelations, it talks about one being found worthy. It talks about one being found worthy. And an amazing, my name is what? Lamanti. Okay? Alright? The two last witnesses is the Lamb, man. Y'all need to wake up. This whole thing is not just the Prophet Isa dying. It's the father dying. It's the mother dying. And it's the Prophet Isa dying. So as you can see, if it was for you, we would be in some trouble. And little are you thankful. I'm his bright one. I encourage you to watch the videos where I talk about halos. I'm the only man walking around with a halo. Allah revealed to me that Bill Cosby was a picture of me. That's the reason why he catches a lot of hell. It's because of me. He's a picture of me. A lot of the things that's illegal for him won't be illegal for me. I'm the big Bill Cosby, okay? Alright. And I got him jello. I got him jello. I got him jello. Alright? The prophet Isa is my son. Think about that. If his name Jesus and you the father, just think about that. You see what I'm saying? That's why I just be like, I'm Chris. Okay, I'm Chris Brown. And Kid Ink with the show me the tattoo with the end of the arm. With the end on my arm. I got the end on my arm because I'm Allah's general. I'm Allah's general. And I was singing Allah's General back in 2017. Alright? What y'all fail to realize is that Al-Mahdi is going to usher in a new wave of Islam. Islam belonged to me, not the Prophet Muhammad. He was a servant, okay? It belongs to the heir. Alright? It was just like, I'll let you use my car, now I'm getting my car back. That's all it is, man. And the nations will see it because Allah is bringing me forward. He has highly exalted me to the place where I will judge the earth. That right there is something that every day I thank him for. Everything about Al-Mahdi and the Hadiths is in my life. I know the end. That's why I'm Al-Mahdi. And think about it, y'all. My mom died when I was 9 years old. She died when I was 9 years old. Alright? Just like that yellow sticker by Jay-Z had, I had a yellow paper that I was supposed to pray for her every day. And she died of lupus. She died, okay? So Allah revealed to me that I was the real Adon, that I was the real prayer, the first prayer. And he said that ever since your mom died, I've been trying my best to show you that you are Al-Mahdi. And he couldn't give it to me all at once. Alright, I had to be able to look back. That's why the Holy Spirit brings all things to your remembrance. And so I see it. I even worked at McDonald's. And let me tell you something. The dang old manager was Lamont.